Good morning, children. Now, question answer we have completed, but certain part is there to discuss. So, I am going to discuss that one. We have discussed that pituitary gland, it is having the two lobes, anterior and posterior lobes, and what are the hormones are secreted from both the lobes. Now we are going to discuss about the second gland. It is called the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland is composed of two distinct lobes. You can see the red color structure, which is called the two-lobed structure. Two-lobed structure, and which is located on either side of the trachea. Trachea, or it is also called the windpipe. Trachea, either side of the trachea, they are located. So, I will show the diagram. So, the thyroid gland is composed of two lobes. This is one lobe, this is the another lobe. Two lobes, and this is the trachea. So, these two lobes lying one on either side of the trachea or windpipe. The two lobes are connected by this area. This is the area, it is not given. It is labeling also you can do in your book. It is called the isthmus. The two lobes are connected by means of a narrow band of tissue known as the isthmus. This gland is composed of glandular follicles, nothing but so many sac-like structures. If you focus on, you can see the round structure. These are called the follicles, and the lined by the cuboidal epithelial cells. The follicles are surrounded by the epithelial cells. Cuboidal epithelial tissue it is called. The follicles are filled with the colloidal material, which is called the thyroglobulin. In this thyroglobulin, a type of amino acid which is called the tyrosine and the iodine are involved in the formation of this thyroid hormone. The hormones secreted by the thyroid glands are, it is called T3 and T4. What is the meaning of T3? T3 for triiodothyronine. Triiodothyronine. And T4 means it is tetra, same thing, tetraiodothyronine, or it is also called thyroxine. Now we will be discussing about this thyroxine only, functions of the thyroid hormones, and nothing but first function, production of energy by maintaining BMR, basal metabolic rate of the body. Number 2, it helps to maintain the normal body temperature. Number 3, influences the activity of central nervous system, stimulates the central nervous system. So, person will be active. Controls growth of the body and bone formation. Next one, essential for normal physical, mental and personality development. That's why thyroxine hormone is also called the personality hormone, and regulates the cell metabolism. These are the functions are controlled by the thyroxine. It is a book back question actually. Now next one, if due to abnormal secretion of thyroxine hormone, what will happen? The person will suffer from so many health problems. So when the thyroid gland fails to secrete the normal level of hormones, the condition is called the thyroid dysfunction. It leads to the following conditions. If the less secretion of thyroxine hormone takes place, the symptoms are called the hypothyroidism. If more secretion takes place, it is called the hyperthyroidism. So hyposecretion means, less secretion means it is called hypothyroidism. It is caused due to the decreased secretion of thyroid hormone. The abnormal conditions are simple goiter, cretinism, and the myxedema. So one by one we will be discussing goiter. If we are taking less taking of iodine in our salt, that person will suffer from this problem, which is called the goiter. It is caused due to the inadequate supply of iodine in our diet. This is commonly prevalent, or you can see the person is suffering from this goiter in the Himalayan regions due to the low level of iodine content in the soil. It leads to the enlargement of the thyroid gland. See gland how it has been enlarged, or swelling of the thyroid gland had taken place, which produces as a marked swelling in the neck, and it is called the goiter. Now, second one is second deficiency symptom, hypothyroidism. It is called cretinism. Goiter can be seen in adult. Now, cretinism, it is caused due to the decreased secretion of the thyroid hormone in children. That is the difference. Children. The conditions are stunted growth, not normal growth, retarded growth, we can say. Mental defect, lack of skeletal development, and deformed bones. They are called the cretins. The symptom is called the cretinism. The persons are called the cretins. Now, myxedema. It is caused due to the deficiency of thyroid hormone in adults. So, difference between this cretinism and adults. First difference, cretinism takes place in children, but myxedema in case of adults. They are mentally sluggish, very slow and lazy also. Increase in body weight, puffiness of the face, swelling of the face will be taking place, face and hand, and edematous appearance, edematous appearance. Whole body will be swelling, puffiness will be there. But puffiness is due to the accumulation of more and more water. Now, next part, it is called the hyperthyroidism. If the thyroxine hormone is secreted more and more in concentration. So, it is caused due to the excess secretion of the thyroid hormones, which leads to the name of this symptom is called the Graves' disease. Graves, Graves' disease. What are the symptoms? Now, protrusion of the eyeballs. Eyeballs will be becoming a very big, it appears. Increased metabolic rate. The rate of respiration, rate of heartbeat also will be increased. High body temperature, profuse sweating, loss of body weight and nervousness. These are the symptoms of hyperthyroidism or Graves' disease. Next gland is called the parathyroid gland. Parathyroid glands are small 4 oval bodies that are situated on the posterior surface of the thyroid lobe. So I will show you. This is the thyroid gland we have shown. This is the thyroid gland I have shown. Thyroid gland. In this thyroid gland, back side, if you see, this is one round structure, this is one round structure, here one, here also one is there. So 4 parathyroid glands are present on the posterior surface of the thyroid gland. So parathyroid glands are the oval bodies that are situated on the surface of the posterior surface of the thyroid gland. The chief cells of the thyroid glands mainly concerned with secretion of the parathormone. Parathormone you can, or you can say parathormone, Thormone, parathormone. So that is the location. Here it has been shown here also. This is the thyroid gland. On the posterior side, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 oval bodies are seen, and these 4 are called the parathyroid gland. Now next, what are the functions? The book back question already here marked also. Parathormone regulates calcium and phosphorus metabolism in our body. They act on bone, kidney and intestine to maintain the blood calcium level. Next one, dysfunction. If the parathyroid hormone is not secreted in sufficient amount, what will happen? Now, the secretion of parathyroid hormone can be altered due to the following conditions. Removal of parathyroid glands during thyroidectomy. Removal of thyroid gland causes the decreased secretion of parathormone. Condition. What are the conditions? What are the symptoms the person will show due to the less secretion of parathormone? Muscular spasm, known as tetany. Sustained contraction of muscles in face, larynx, hands and feet. Always the muscles will be in contracted phase. Second one is called painful cramps in the limb muscles. Hand muscles will be limb. Both hand and leg muscles will be pained. Now next one, another gland, it is called the pancreas, or endocrine part is called the islets of Langerhans. Pancreas is an elongated yellowish gland situated in the loop of stomach and duodenum. That one we know about the digestive system. It is exocrine and endocrine in nature. Exocrine pancreas secretes pancreatic juices which plays a major role in digestion, whereas endocrine in nature means endocrine in position means it made up of islets of Langerhans. These islets of Langerhans consists of two types of cells, alpha cells and beta cells. Alpha cells secrete glucagon hormone and beta cells secrete the insulin hormone. Now functions. Functions of pancreatic hormones. A balance between insulin and glucose production is necessary to maintain the blood glucose level. Insulin, what are the functions? Now, insulin helps in the conversion of glucose into glycogen. Answer also I have given, which is stored in liver and muscles. Number 2, it promotes the transport of glucose into the cells. Helps to take the glucose into the cells for utilization to release the energy. It decreases the concentration of blood glucose level. Glucagon, which is secreted by the alpha cells, just opposite function. Glucagon helps in the breakdown of glycogen into glucose in the liver. It increases the blood glucose level. Insulin is decreasing the blood glucose level. Glucagon is increasing the blood glucose level. Now, one symptom we have told, the diabetes mellitus. The deficiency of insulin occurs, diabetes mellitus. It is characterized by increased blood sugar level. Sugar level in the blood will be increased, which is termed is called hyperglycemia. Excretion of excess glucose. When the blood is having excess amount of glucose, that glucose will be coming out along with the urine also, which is called glycosuria, glucose-urea. So combined, clipped what it is, glycosuria. Frequent urination, more and more times, repeatedly, the person will go for urinate, passing of urine. That is, the term is called polyuria. Increased thirst, feeling when the water will go out, the person also will feel thirsty, which is called polydipsia. So whenever more and more water will be drunk, the water will go out along with glucose, which is called polyuria. Now next one, it is called increased appetite. They will be feeling hungry also. Diabetes mellitus patient, these three symptoms are very, very important. What are they? Polyuria, polydipsia and polyphagia. Phagia, the meaning of that word is they will be feeling hungry. Appetite, increased appetite. That's why increase in appetite. That is called polyphagia. Till here, children. Okay, thank you.